Wait, stop scrolling. Because what I'm about to show you might change the way you look at money. Forever. Imagine finding a tiny, dusty coin in your drawer. Something you thought was worthless. And then discovering it's actually worth millions of dollars. Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's happening. Right now. People across the world are cashing in on rare coins hidden in plain sight. Coins that look ordinary but hold insane value. And the shocking part? One of them might already be in your home. In this video, I'll reveal how to spot this mysterious coin and exactly how to sell it for life-changing money using real platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections. Don't blink, because by the time this video ends, you might be holding a hidden fortune without even realizing it. World Coin Mystique, the channel where every coin hides a story, and sometimes a life-changing secret. Today's video might just be the most shocking discovery we've ever talked about. Because right now, there's a 1967 Singapore 20-cent coin out there. And if you have it, it could make you over $800,000. Yes, $800,000. That small silver coin you might have tossed in a drawer years ago could be worth more than a luxury car, more than a dream house, more than you ever imagined. So don't skip this video, because I'm going to reveal how to identify if your coin is the rare one, why it's so valuable, and exactly where to sell it for the highest price. Every second of this video matters, because missing one detail could mean losing a fortune sitting quietly in your pocket. Now let's start with a simple question. Have you ever held a coin and thought, it's just an old coin, nothing special? That's what most people said about the 1967 Singapore 20 cents. For decades, it was ignored. Just another piece of pocket change. But here's where the story takes a shocking turn. In 2023, a U.S. collector browsing through a mixed lot of world coins on eBay stumbled upon something strange. One coin, a simple Singapore 20 cents from 1967, didn't look like the rest. Its shine, its texture, even the sound it made when dropped, all felt different. He paid $5 for the lot, just $5. Later, when he took it for grading, experts confirmed what no one believed. It was a mint error from Singapore's first ever official coinage issue, struck during a transitional metal change. And that small piece of nickel silver sold for over $800,000 at auction in Los Angeles. Yes, a coin that once bought a piece of candy became worth more than gold. But why? What made this particular 1967 20 cents so valuable? Let's go deep, because once you understand this, you'll never look at your old coins the same way again. The origin of the 1967 20 cents coin. 1967 was no ordinary year for Singapore. It was the year of national rebirth, the first series of coins after the country gained independence. This series, known as the first series Flowers of the Nation, featured native designs that represented Singapore's identity. The 20 cents coin from this series displayed the fern leaf, a symbol of resilience and growth. But what makes it incredibly rare is not the design. It's what happened behind the scenes at the Singapore Mint during production. Singapore was just transitioning to its own minting process. That meant a few test batches, experimental strikes, if you will, and were created using different metals, different dyes, and sometimes even foreign minting presses before the official coins went into mass production. Some of these early experimental coins were slightly thicker, heavier, and had a glossier silver tone, and a few were mistakenly released into public circulation. Those few are now worth a fa priceless. If you have one, you're sitting on a small miracle. How to identify the rare $800,000 version. Now let's talk about the features that separate an ordinary 1967 coin from the ultra-rare one. 1. The weight difference. The standard 20 cents coin weighs around 5.66 grams. The valuable version, however, weighs closer to 5.9 grams, due to a thicker planchet and a slightly denser alloy mix used in early test strikes. 2. The metal shine. Most Singapore 20 cents coins have a dull nickel look, but the rare 1967 version has a slightly golden silver sheen, a result of using an incorrect alloy mix during the test minting process. 3. The rim and lettering. If you look closely, you might notice double edges or shadowed letters. That's called a die misalignment error. These happen when a coin shifts slightly during striking, creating a ghost-like double effect. Collectors pay massive amounts for these. 4. the fern design. In the rare version, the fern's leaf edges appear sharper and deeper. The veins are visibly more detailed, almost engraved looking under light. 5. The sound test. Tap it gently on a wooden surface. The rare one has a clearer, ringing tone due to the harder alloy. If your coin matches even 2 or 3 of these details, congratulations! You might be holding something priceless. Why the US market is going crazy for it. Now you might be thinking, but this is a Singapore coin. Why would it sell for so much in the US? Here's the secret. US collectors are obsessed with first issue, coins and minting errors from other nations. To them, these coins represent the first heartbeat of a country's currency history, and that makes them extremely collectible. Add to that the fact that the 1967 issue was the first ever independent minting year for Singapore, and you have the perfect storm, a historical year, a minting era, and a coin that few people even know exists. Auction houses in New York and California have seen record bids on these. In 2024, one certified MS-68 1967 20 cents with the Planche era fetched $780,000 on Heritage Auction, and experts predict the next one could break the $1 million barrier. So if you live in the US and collect world coins, don't ignore foreign change, because sometimes the most valuable coins are the ones that traveled the farthest. The science behind the value. Here's something few YouTubers ever explain. Value in coins isn't just about age. It's about rarity plus condition plus demand. The 1967 Singapore 20 cents coin checks all 3 boxes. It's the first issue, it has known mint errors, and there's a global collector demand for it. Plus, this coin's alloy blend makes it unique. The metal composition wasn't used in later years. That means, once these few test strike coins are accounted for, there will never be more. Scarcity equals power, and that's why collectors are fighting to get their hands on even a single certified example. The hidden truth, mint error secrets. Now here's where things get even crazier. In minting archives, experts found records of a production mix-up in early 1967. When the Singapore Mint briefly used foreign coin blanks from the Royal Mint in London, those blanks had a slightly higher copper ratio, giving the coin a rare golden tint. Guess what? Those coins did go into public circulation. So yes, that 20 cents coin your grandfather saved, or the one sitting in an old box, could be one of those forgotten experimental issues. Collectors call them the Golden Edge 1967 20 cents. And their market value has exploded from a few $100s in 2018 to hundreds of thousands by 2025. Auction stories that shocked collectors. Here's one of the most famous stories in the coin world. In late 2023, a collector in California bought a jar of mixed world coins at a garage sale for $15. Inside that jar was a single Singapore 20 cents coin from 1967. It looked clean, bright, almost proof-like. He took it to NGC for grading, and guess what? It came back as MS-67, transitional alloy error. A few months later, that same coin sold at Heritage Auctions for $812,000. When asked what he would do with the money, the man simply said, "I'll never look at pocket change the same way again." Why you might already own one. Here's the twist. These coins were circulated across Asia and Europe during the late 60s and 70s. Tourists, sailors, and businessmen often brought them to other countries, and many ended up in US coin collections, coin jars, and flea markets. So even if you live in the United States, it's not impossible to find one. Where and how to sell it. All right, so now you've confirmed and graded your coin. But where do you sell it to get the best price? Especially if you're in the US. Here are the top 3 options. 1. Heritage Auctions, Chaycom, the biggest platform for rare coins worldwide. They've sold multiple Singapore and World Mint errors for over $500,000. Collectors trust them, and your coin gets international visibility. 2. eBay, US version. If your coin is graded by NGC or PCGS, you can safely list it with high-resolution photos. Use SEO titles like Rare 1967, Singapore 20 cents, Golden Alloy, Mint Error, PCGS certified, worth over $800,000. These listings attract U.S. collectors and international buyers alike. 3. GreatCollections.com, another major U.S. coin auction site that specializes in rare world coins. They handle grading verification, insurance, and secure payments. Pro tip: never sell to random online buyers or coin shops without certification. They'll likely undervalue it. Always go through certified auction channels for true market value. Step 4. Understanding the market surge. You might wonder, why are US buyers suddenly paying such huge prices for a Singapore coin? Here's the truth. Since 2022, global demand for first-issue coins has skyrocketed. Collectors are chasing the first, independent coin series of every country. And Singapore's 1967 issue is one of the most significant. Combine that with era rarity, limited mintage, and perfect condition, and you get a once-in-a-lifetime collectible. According to Heritage Auctions data, values for 1967 Singapore coins have increased by over 700% in just 3 years, and experts predict this surge is just beginning. That means even if your coin isn't worth $800,000 right now, holding it for another year or two could double its value. This is not just a coin. It's an appreciating asset, a piece of history that gains value every day. Step 5. How to photograph your coin for sale. Presentation matters, especially online. To attract top bidders, your listing photos must be sharp, detailed, and professional. Follow this simple setup. Use a plain black or white background. Place the coin flat and take photos under bright, natural light. Capture both sides, the edges, and a close-up of the 1967 date. Avoid reflections or blurry images. For graded coins, show the entire slab and certification number. Good photos build trust, and trust brings higher bids. Extra tip: keep your coin untouched. One of the biggest mistakes people make is cleaning their old coins. Never do that. Cleaning removes natural patina and microscopic details, instantly destroying collector value. Even fingerprints can damage the surface. Handle your coin only by the edges, and if possible, wear soft cotton gloves. Remember, original condition equals maximum price.